Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing one of the split videos like before, where I'm going to do an unboxing of first impressions in the first half and then give you a second half with about a week's of use to give you a more detailed overview, all in the same video. So we've got another Huawei product. This is the 2020 Matebook 14, and before we start, let's say a big thank you to Huawei sponsoring this video. Now, the Huawei Matebook has been around for a few years now with a few different iterations. So for example, they've got more affordable ones for students to high-end models like the Matebook X, which is perfect for heavy workflows and content creation and that kind of thing. So for this, which is the 2020 Matebook 14, we've got two different variants. Both of them have the AMD 4000 series. One is a Ryzen 5 with 8GB of RAM and a 256GB SSD, and then we've got the Ryzen 7, which has got 16GB of RAM and a 512 SSD, which is the one we have here, and they both come in space grey. So let's crack into this, and then I'll run you through some more specs as we go. As you can see, I've got my other camera set up as well, so you will get a better view from the side. So let's go straight into it. Oh. So first of all, we have some quick start guide. And then on the right hand side, I'll just quickly take this out. We have the power adapter. This is a USB-C power adapter, and this also supports supercharging for your Huawei device. I use a P30 Pro, which it does support. So you can use it for charging that as well, rather than just using it for your laptop. So you've got multi-use out of that. Folds down to a nice small form factor as well. And then we've got a USB-C cable in the box as well. And then a very well padded laptop. So as I did say, this is the Ryzen 7, more specifically the 4800H, which is the 8-core 16 thread. This has a 2K IPS full view display using a 3:2 ratio. So you've got a nice lot of screen real estate, perfect if you're going to do editing or any graphic work. So in a nice plastic protective film. I wanted to look at one of these for so long as well. So now is the time. So here we go. Weighs just 1.5 kilos, so it's quite light as well. And there we go. Now it does appear a bit blue on camera, but that's purely because of the lights that are in the background. If I was to turn it over here, you would see the red. So it's actually very silver in person. I'll try and get you a better perspective. I'll add some B-roll as well in the second half, so you'll be able to see it in its actual colour. Nice simple Huawei logo on the front. And in terms of I/O, we've got two USBs. These are USB-A, they're 3.2 Gen 1. And then on the other side, we've got a USB-C, a 3.5mm headphone / microphone jack, and a HDMI. So first impressions, it feels very nice, nicely built. It's like that cool metal as well. So other things we can say, this has an all-day battery. You can play a 1080p video for 10 hours consecutively, which is really impressive. Now let's open this up. Wow, shiny. There you can see your reflection there. So this, let's take this bit of film off. In the top right hand corner, we've got a fingerprint reader that's also your power button, so you can press it once and then it will boot up and log you in at the same time, which is really nice. As I did say, you've got the nice 2K 3:2 ratio screen. That is a touch screen as well, which is really nice. You've got a backlit keyboard. Now another thing to note, where there is such masses of screen estate, there's no webcam in the actual display, but it's down there, it's recessed, which is also very handy if you have any privacy concerns, because when you're not using it, it's literally hidden. I think that's really nifty, and you know, the more screen real estate, and the bezel is so thin. I don't know if you can see, let me go just up close. So I'd happily trade putting a camera down there, hidden, in exchange for having more screen real estate, definitely. Other things we can say about this, on the touchpad, it actually has Huawei Share. So if you have a compatible Huawei phone, you can simply tap and transfer documents to and from the laptop to your phone seamlessly, which is really great, especially if you're someone that does a lot of presentation work, or you want to add photos into Word files and things like that. You can easily just tap on there and it will go onto the laptop. You can also do things like record your phone screen as well from the laptop. Lots of different things that will cover off in the second half of the video. In terms of connectivity, this is using a Wi-Fi 802.11 ABG NNAC, that's 2.4 and 5 gigahertz, and it's got Bluetooth 5 as well. Overall, let's do a little feels nice to type on. I love the design and I love the form factor as well. Having such a large screen in this kind of size is something that really appeals to me, and that's a lot smaller than my current laptop, so very keen to get this going. So what I'm going to do now is cut to the second half of the video where I've used this for about a week or so, and then you're going to get the detailed look at some of the features that this offers all in the same video. So Future Jordan, take it away. Hey everyone, welcome to part two. So it's just been over a week since I recorded the first half, and I've had a good amount of time to get used to the Matebook 14. So let's take a look at some of the special features it has. So first of all, I'm starting with this off just because I want to show you how fast this boots up. So I did mention that it had a fingerprint reader. So literally all you need to do is press once and then it will take your fingerprint, and remember that when you do power it on. So it will literally do everything in terms of load up and log you in within like 10 seconds. So very impressive. So now the Matebook's powered on, you can really see how thin that bezel is. And what I said in the first half, that I take a bigger screen with a thinner bezel and then the camera position move down the bottom here, I definitely stand by that. And on the topic of the webcam, obviously you're going to have it down when you're not using it, but there is a little white LED that comes on when it's actually in use. So even on the off chance you do have it up, you'll be able to see when it's actually active. Now, something I found myself to use far more often than I expected is the touchscreen. So say for example you need to click at the far end of the screen to where your mouse is, it's far more easy and convenient to just literally tap with your finger than actually taking the mouse over there. Now that may sound a bit lazy, but if you're someone that has a busy lifestyle, all those little seconds can add up and you can save quite a lot of time. You can even do gestures as well. So if you take 3 fingers onto the screen, you can then select an area and then it will copy that into either a document, or you can put that into presentations or anything like that. It also does text recognition as well. So if you're taking a screenshot from a website, it can easily copy that over as well. So now we've got it powered up, you can also see the TrueView display in all its glory. This is actually going on 125% scaling. It defaults at 150, but I did drop it down so you got a little bit more screen real estate. If you do want to use the touchscreen, I'd recommend going for 125 because 100 is just a little bit too small for use with your finger. So I've been using this every day for video and photo editing, and the 3:2 ratio works really well. And one thing that I didn't mention is actually got 100% sRGB color range as well. So any color work you do with this is really perfect. Content work has just been an absolute dream, and I definitely recommend going for the Ryzen 7 with the 16 gig of RAM. If you're looking to do any kind of thing like that or any creative work, it's working so well for me. To give you an idea, I've edited the first half of this video and I will be editing the second half on this. It handles the 4K multicam in Premiere Pro without any trouble, even with multiple adjustment layers and effects. And that was actually while working on an external M.2 drive as well, so really quite good. And as a side note, it's actually faster than my desktop. So on to Huawei Share, and that's one great benefit if you're already using a Huawei smartphone. I did mention in the first half, it makes it really easy and convenient to transfer files to and from your device to the Matebook. So let's give you an example of this in action. This is a picture that I took at the coffee shop actually yesterday, and all I need to do is tap on the mouse pad with the phone, and then just in a few seconds it will pop up on the Matebook screen. Super easy. So I want to touch on the heat dissipation that Huawei uses in their Matebooks. They use a dual fan shark fin heat dissipation system, which is actually on the website. You can check out the render. I'll put it on the screen now, just so you can see how it works. That's pretty cool, right? So as I mentioned in the first half, on this you have two USB 3 ports. These are Gen 2 3.1. And then on the opposite side, you've got one USB-C 3.5mm headphone or microphone jack, which I use a lot. And then a full-size HDMI if you want to display to a monitor. And this for me is a good selection, as not all the devices I use are USB-C yet. For example, card readers and flash drives. So I'm glad they haven't gone down the bad road of just using USB-C. Now on the topic of that USB-C, you can use it for either charging or data transfer. And I've had no trouble editing one of my videos in performance mode without even having to worry about how much battery life I've got left. And if you're a morning rusher, you can actually get 2.5 hours of use just out of a 15-minute charge. So again, another great feature for the on-the-go lifestyle or busy people that may need that kind of convenience. So all in all, this offers a lot of tech and performance in such a small form factor. What do you think of the Matebook 14? Is this something you can see yourself using? I will put a link in the description if you want to go and have a little bit of a better look, or even pick one up. You can also check out some of the other Matebook series there as well. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and ding the bell so you don't miss an upload. Big thank you to Huawei for sponsoring this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Old school Jordan's back.